So in the last class, there was the two programs. The first program was to find that a number is even or odd. Okay. Second question was to find that a number is divisible by 7 or not, है ना? Okay. So a number is even or odd. Okay. How we can find out that particular number is even or odd? So there are common mistakes done by you all. That one thing is the indentations. Second thing is the input. The last one is the condition. Okay. So we see. So number is even or odd. How we can find out? Suppose the number is 23. So yet even or odd. Number 23 is even or odd?
Odd.
Odd number. Okay. In the same case, number 28
Even.
even. Okay. How we can find out this particular number is even or odd?
So it is completely divisible by 2.
Yes. So a number is completely divisible by 2. If it is divisible by 2, then we can say that number is even. Otherwise, its number is odd. Okay. So the same thing we have to check by using the program. Okay. So n equal to, suppose we take the input. Enter a number. Okay. So n is a number. Now we have to apply the test on n. Okay. So now what we check? We check if n is divisible by 2. N mod 2. It means a number is divisible by 2. Okay. How we can find out the number is divisible, completely divisible or not? So we can check the remainder value. Okay. If the remainder is 0, it means that number is divisible by any number. Okay. So कोई भी नंबर डिविजिबल कब होगा? जब उसका रिमाइंडर 0 होगा. ठीक है. मतलब कुछ भी नहीं बच रहा है. लास्ट में क्या बचता है? 0. इसका मतलब क्या है? दैट नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय that number. So if you use n mod 2, so what we get? We get the remainder. Okay. So if the remainder is equal to 0, okay, then we can say now. अब मुझे क्या बनाना है? Group बनाना है. Okay. Because I want to put a particular statement inside the if condition. Okay. So then dot compulsory colon. कई लोगों ने यहाँ पर डबल कोट्स भी यूज किए हैं, सिंगल कोट्स भी यूज किए हैं. ओके. वो रॉन्ग है बिकॉज इट्स ए स्टेटमेंट. डबल कोट्स कब यूज करते हैं? नॉर्मली फॉर दिस स्ट्रिंग, ठीक है. सो स्ट्रिंग विल बी प्रिंटेड एज इट इज, नो ट्रू नो फॉल्स. बट हमें यहाँ पर क्या करना है? मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशन अप्लाई करना है. सो विल नॉट पुट द डबल कोट्स. नाउ n mod 2 इक्वल टू 0. ओके. इन द लास्ट देखो कर्सर ऑटोमेटिकली यहाँ पर आ रहा है, इसको पीछे लेके जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके. सो इसका मतलब है कि ये जो पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट है ये किसके अंदर होने वाला है? इफ के अंदर होगा. ठीक है. सो नाउ वी राइट दैट प्रिंट नंबर इज इवन. ओके. एल्स के लिए वापस हमें इफ के नीचे आना है. ठीक है. एल्स. Now print that number is odd. Okay. It's your program. Now if you run this program, okay, enter number. Suppose if you enter 23, number is odd. Okay. If you enter number 28, that number is even. Okay. It's even. It's odd. Okay. In the same case, The second question, that number is divisible by 7 or not. So we simply put that number is 7. Okay, then we can write that number is divisible by 7. Okay, number is not divisible by 7. Okay, so these two programs, suppose if we take 52, number is not divisible by 7. Okay, the same case, if we use 49, number is divisible by 7. Okay, now today we see the next conditions. Okay, so there are two forms. If so, ये जो particular part है, इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Indentations. What is this? This is indentation. Okay, ये क्या है? It's a indentation. Okay, so now the next thing, if. Okay, so if you use condition, okay, so it's your first part that we use if condition, and then we put some statement. Okay, कुछ भी statement आपने यहाँ पर insert किया. Okay, so the next case. Okay, in the second case, if you use the if, then we can use else. Else small, huh? So either we can use if only, or we can use if else. If you have more than two conditions, then we can use if else. Okay, so for the one condition only, then we can use if only. Just last time मैंने आपको बताया था that go to computer lab and switch on the computer. If power is available, then switch on the computer. Okay, so there is only one condition. The other alternative is not given to you. In case suppose power is not available, then what to do? Okay, so in the first case, if power is available, switch on the computer. Okay, in the second case, if power is available, switch on the computer, otherwise go to the library. So now you have two choice. Okay, so for the two conditions, we can use if else. For the one condition, we use if only. Okay, now if there are three conditions or more than two conditions, we use if condition 1. Okay, then यहाँ पर कुछ भी आपने यूज किया, then we use Elif. Elif we can put condition 2. Okay, so if you have more than two conditions, then we can use if Elif. आप कितने भी यूज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, Elif कितने भी यूज कर सकते हैं. Elif condition 3. Okay, so you can use Elif as per the requirement. Okay, in the last we can use else also. Okay, so else part is always optional. Keep in mind that else part is in optional. Okay, ये क्या है? Optional. Okay, not compulsory. In the same case here also is an optional part. Okay, not required. So else part is an option. Okay, now we see the question. ये clear है? Now ये कैसे एग्जीक्यूट होता है? In the first case, okay, starting, it will check the condition 1. If condition 1 true, then it will execute this part. If condition false, it go to the next condition. Now it will check condition 2. Okay, so any one part will execute. If condition 2 true, then it will execute this part. Otherwise, it will go to the next part. Okay, so suppose if we have 3 conditions or 4 conditions, then it will execute any one part, either this part, this part, this part, or this part. Not it will execute this part and this part. Okay, so जब भी कोई एक condition satisfy होगी, okay, then it will execute the particular part. It will not execute the second part, third part, or fourth part. So at a time, we have suppose 4 branches. Out of the 4 branches, only one branch will execute. Okay, depend on the condition. So suppose condition 1 true, then this part will execute. Condition 2, then this part will execute. Condition 3, then this part will execute. Otherwise, it will execute this part. Okay, ये clear है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll see the example. So the question is, program to input a number and check whether it is positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so program to check whether it is positive, negative, or 0. Okay, positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so now we have 3 conditions. A number may be positive, may be negative. In the last case, we checked only positive or negative. Okay, so how we can check? If we input a number 1, okay, so we enter a number. Now if n greater than 0, okay, we can say that number is positive. Okay, Elif. Now we are using Elif. We are using second condition. If n less than 0, then print negative. Okay, now we have choice, either we use else or we use Elif. So if we use Elif, then we can apply that particular condition that n equal to 0. Print 0. Okay, here we can also use else, depends. Okay, so if you have a proper condition, then you can use Elif. Otherwise, you can use else here. What we can use? Else, because we know that only the 3 conditions may be the possible, are they positive, negative, or 0. Positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so either we use if, elif, else. So else is always optional, so you can use the proper condition elif, but don't put the condition with the else, otherwise it will wrong. Okay, condition will be put with the if only. कंडीशन किसके साथ पुट करना है? इफ के साथ. एल्स के साथ में कभी भी कंडीशन पुट नहीं करना है, अदरवाइज इट विल जनरेट एरर. ओके, ये क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
पॉजिटिव
Yes,
नेगेटिव
sir.
और जीरो. ठीक है. इन द
Yes, sir.
नेक्स्ट केस नोट कर लिया इसको. Now the next program, suppose program to input 5 subject marks and calculate its percentage and grade. Yes, given below. Okay. So now the next program is suppose your grade or percentage marks. Okay. Here your grade. Okay. So suppose if we have percentage marks 95 to 100, then we can say, sorry, okay, then the grade is A, suppose. Okay, then suppose we have grade 75 to 94. Okay, now the grade is B. Just note it, huh? प्रोग्राम को नोट करना है, आपको करना है. Okay, it's your homework. Then suppose the grade 60 to 74. The grade is C. Okay, 45 to 59 is D. 33 to 44 grade E, less than 33 grade is F. Okay, so it's your program. Okay, so now you have to input the 5 subject marks out of 500, huh? Out of 500, and then calculate its percentage and grade. So percentage will be calculated as per the formula, and the grade will be calculated as per the table. Okay, given below. Okay, now you will do this program. ठीक है. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Now for the range, how we'll take the range? So range, okay, 95 to 100. So we can use range if that particular percentage. Suppose we have PR. Okay, so we can use PR is greater than equal to 95 and PR less than equal to 100. Just note it. How we can define the range. So range, suppose it's your percentage, the percentage greater than equal to 95 and percentage less than equal to 100. Okay, 95 and 100. Now this will be first condition. Okay, in the same case you define the other conditions, Elif, 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 and then in the last case we define else. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Now, ये clear है? Okay. In the next case, logical operator. Okay. So logical operators are the basic and, or, and not. ओके जो हमने पढ़ा था CS वालों ने पढ़ा हुआ है, IPV में नहीं था. So and, or, and not, these are the three logical operators that we can use. Okay, so logical operators we can use and, or, not. Okay, these three operators we use. So and क्या है? And क्या है? Operator. Okay, so and is used to join. Okay, and or both are the join operators, we can say. So these are used to join two conditions: condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, condition 4. Okay, so you can define 2, 3, 4 conditions, depend as per the requirement. Just like if हमने यहाँ पर ज्वाइन किया. ओके, क्या ज्वाइन किया है? परसेंटेज ग्रेटर देन 95 and these conditions. Okay, so and will be true. Now the whole overall condition will be true if both conditions are true. Otherwise this will be false. If any one condition is false, then the overall condition will be false. And, or, not. So if true and true, okay, then the result will be true. So true, how we can find out the true? So the true will comes from this condition. Okay, so this condition will always give you true or false. If PR greater than 95, the condition true, then true. If PR less than 100, then it will be true. Okay, so if any one condition is false, so in this case we get the true only. In case of and. Okay, so if any one condition, like if false and true, what we get? We get false. Okay, if true and false, what we get? We get false. Okay, if false and false, we get false. Okay, so in case of or, now ये किसके लिए? एंड के लिए. ओके, नाउ ट्रू एंड फॉल्स मुझे कहाँ से मिलेगा? इस कंडीशन से मिलेगा. ये ट्रू है, ये भी ट्रू है, देन वी गेट ओवरऑल ट्रू. सो इफ विल एग्जीक्यूट द ट्रू ओनली. In case of or, if true or true, then we get true. If false or true, we get true. Or, so or says if any one condition is true out of two, if any one condition is true, then the output will be true. Okay. If any one condition is true, then the output will be true. Okay. In case of or, in case of and, both conditions should be true. Both conditions should be true, then the output will be true. In or case, if any one condition is true, then the output will be true. In case of not, so not क्या करता है? If we use not inside true, okay? So what it return false. Okay. So if not false, what it return true. So just inverter ये ट्रू को क्या करता है? फॉल्स करता है और फॉल्स को ट्रू करता है. ओके. सो एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल हम लोग देखते हैं. इसमें डाउट है?
No, sir.
Oh, sir.
Logical operators and, or, and true. Okay. So and, or, not. So just like we use one program. Okay. So if we use if 5 greater than 3 and 5 greater than 4. Okay. और वी कैन सिंपल एग्जीक्यूट यहाँ पर. देखो अब यदि एग्जीक्यूट करना है, सो व्हाट वी यूज 5 greater than 4, व्हाट विल गेट? ट्रू. 5 greater than 3, 5 greater than 9, false. Okay. So we use 5 greater than 4 and 5 greater than 3, what do we get? क्या मिलेगा?
True.
ट्रू. ओके. सो एंड क्या करता है? ट्रू 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 कंबाइन करता है. ओके. एंड देन गिव ए सिंगल, रिटर्न ए सिंगल आउटपुट एज ए ट्रू और फॉल्स. So if you use 5 greater than 4 and 5 less than 3, अब क्या मिलेगा?
False. False.
False, because a condition false हो गई. So end में any one condition is false, then output will be false. Okay. End के केस में क्या है? If any one condition is false, then the overall output will be false. In case of or, if any one condition is true, then output will be true. Any one condition is true, then output will be true. In AND case, we have to check all the conditions. But in OR case, we can check any one condition is true or not. ठीक है. सो एंड में एनी वन भी ट्रू हुआ तो ट्रू हो जाएगा, बट नहीं और में एनी वन ट्रू हुआ तो ट्रू हो जाएगा, बट एंड में ऑल कंडीशन शुड बी ट्रू. इफ एनी वन कंडीशन इज फॉल्स, देन वी कैन से दैट आउटपुट विल बी फॉल्स. ओके. सो यहाँ पर आपको आउटपुट क्या मिलेगा? फॉल्स. ठीक है. सो इन द सेम केस, सपोज इसी को मैंने यहाँ पर नॉट लगा दिया. ओके. एंड आई पुट 5 greater than 4, जो ऊपर वाला स्टेटमेंट है उसी को नॉट के आगे लगा दिया. अब क्या मिलेगा? अब क्या मिलेगा? इसका आउटपुट क्या मिल रहा है? फॉल्स है ना. ये ऊपर वाली जो स्टेटमेंट है 5 greater than 4 एंड 5 less than 3, सो ये क्या मिल रहा है? फॉल्स. नॉट ने फॉल्स को क्या किया? ट्रू कर देगा. ठीक है. जस्ट रिटर्न, इट जस्ट अपोजिट, फिर जस्ट अपोजिट रिटर्न करता है. ठीक है.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
So we can use and, or, and, or not. Okay, so these three operators we can use. ठीक है, बाकी हम लोग कल देखेंगे.
और भी एग्जाम्पल दिखा दीजिए.
हाँ, हाफ ईयरली एग्जाम आपकी कब से स्टार्ट हो रही है?